Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we want to take a look at Earthquake Pekka Smash. And why do I use it? Well, the answer is pretty simple, because there are so freaking annoying and many ring bases out there that you can't protect yourself. Like, it's so annoying. And just to stop this, we want to triple all of those stupid bases so they're not there anymore. That's the idea. And this is why I'm showing you guys today Earthquake Pekka Smash. If you want to keep watching my videos and support me in what I'm doing, then use the creator code iTzu in your settings, and then more settings, and scroll down, and then you can put in creator code iTzu. It doesn't matter whether it's capital or whatever, just put in iTzu with it. Thank you so much for your support. Let's take a look at the first attack, and this is going to be, I think, one of the most classic ring bases out there right now. We have the three Inferno towers set in the core. Sometimes they're single, sometimes they're multi. It doesn't matter. It's super annoying, super frustrating to go against. But what do you do if you're using this Earthquake strategy? First off, you choose one corner and try to queen walk your queen to the other corner, basically. It doesn't matter whether it's whether you're picking, I don't know, like, it doesn't really matter which corner you pick. If you want to have some index, you should go for luring the enemy CC out as early as possible. That's always a nice thing. You try to not have too much damage in the second layer, which, like, there's the CC, there's the gold storage, there's a bomb tower, like, that's no damage to your queen on the outside. And the next thing you want to do is, or like you not want to do, is waste all of your wall breakers like I did. That was not really planned. So normally you would try to wall break in over there and then get in. Now I have to pretty much react, because the idea was a bit different than what I'm doing right now. So actually just try to earthquake one of the corners. And what you want to do is earthquake it like I did over there. Like, you want to open most of the stuff, but you don't want to open the one wall which could lead all of the troops once again to the outside. As an example, for my attack, the outside to the right side, to the bottom right side. This wall is not opened, and this is basically the goal. Sometimes, like, it's different every single attack, but this is why this army is so nice and so flexible. Sometimes your troops won't go to the town hall. Because of this, you have the slammer. Like, the slammer is pretty much a way on how you can pretty much flex on your opponent. When your troops are going inside to take the town hall down, then you have it somewhere else. If your troops are going around the town hall, well, then you just have those the slammer in combination with the loons and the haste to take out the rest of the base. Obviously, those defenses were not maxed. We will face in a second a max out base, but this base had all expos set to ground, which is super annoying for this Pekka Smash strategies, and still we were able to beat the base to get the first triple. There are a couple of, and actually I guess more bases out there which are so annoying to attack, like so many anti 2-star bases, and this strategy is perfect against that, because actually they are not using their walls perfectly. And this is an example, or another example, of why. Because the reason is there are a lot of ring bases. But if you use jump spells are really unreliable, which means kind of often your troops won't take the jump. In those scenarios, you want to take out the walls to get to the town hall, and with doing it with an earthquake, it's way more reliable than any other things. Especially, you can use really easily your king to funneling, etc. So let's check out how I attack this base. The next step is to use the rage. Use just support to the enemy, like to get rid of the enemy queen. I use the poison, or like I use the free spell too late, which costs me to have to use the queen ability, which is kind of annoying. Normally you try to save her, but in this way I had to basically use the queen ability over there. Use the poison, use a wizard to get rid of a couple of pups. If you want to do a small change, what you can do is get rid of one wizard or a bowler, and get a couple of archers and maybe one or two minion in. That is working as well. The next step is to get everything funneled into the core. What I do right now is, because there are no gaps in between the building, with the new earthquake, or like the new Earthquake, you can Earthquake from the outside into the core basically, and this is a huge advantage with the new Earthquake and why it's getting used quite a lot, and in combination with Pekka Smash even more often. Now, once again, it looks like all of the troops are going on the outside, but my MVP queen is going for the Town Hall, which means this time I do not have to use my Slammer for the Town Hall. This means I can use it somewhere, wherever I want. I will probably use it at the 6 o'clock corner, just to get my troops a bit protect my troops a bit more. And well, from this point on, I just have to keep my queen alive. This is why I'm using the freeze spell on the enemy king, just to make sure that my queen is staying alive, being in the core, because there's so much damage. And as soon as she's getting closer and closer to the single Inferno Tower, I have to use the Slammer, just to make sure if my queen is staying alive, this should be a triple, this should be alright. So we still have the haste spell left, we can place the haste spell as soon as my Slammer is popping, and the loons will get rid of most of the back end buildings. All of the damage which is over there doesn't really matter because, well, the healers are still alive, which means my queen is staying alive, and this is going to be another triple. Normally you try to keep your wizards with you. You don't want to spam them in with the Pekka Smash itself. The wizards are basically for funneling and make sure that it won't be the time fail or whatever. This is basically the purpose of the wizards. And well, we got rid of another kind of popular base. So let's see if we can find another one and get rid of that one as well. The next base is going to be a little bit different. Not like a really ring base, but once again, a really annoying anti-2-star base. And on this one, there are a couple of options I have. Sorry, there are a couple of options I have. And I try to... let's try to get rid of the Inferno Tower with our Warden. Like, maybe that's possible. And then we have to figure out a way. Where do we Earthquake? Like, what do we want to open? And let's see how I will do this. Placing the Warden, then the Baby Dragon with the Coquelude, I have to wait a little bit longer, because if you're stacking the troops a little bit, it might be the case that your Warden is following this group, and you don't want to have your Warden following any groups when you're doing a Warden walk. So this is another important thing. But so far so good, but it's not looking like that I got like a really good cut or anything, which means my Warden probably won't go to the Multi-Inferno Tower, which means we have to use the Slammer in a second on that one. So we're waiting for a bit longer, and then I have to use my king to pretty much cut the trash buildings at the 6-7 o'clock side to make sure that all of my troops are actually going into this long alley in the core, because those alleys are really nice for Pekka Smash if you have the Slammer to support them and get rid of those buildings which you cannot reach. So let's get in. King is deployed, King's ability is getting used, everything is looking good so far, and we will get into the base. Slammer is getting used as well, deployed it kind of early, but there he should redirect to the Multi-Inferno Town. Now the Rage and the Earthquake on top of the Town Hall. Really nice freeze, really nice freeze. I think you guys saw it as well. We hit the Town Hall with the freeze and the Multi-Inferno Tower. This was really well done by me. And then we have the Slammer taking out the Multi-Inferno Tower, and he's going on. We have to use the haste in a second. We still have the Queen ability, we still have the Rage spell left. We use the Rage, like we have to pretty much wait to find a spot where to use the Rage. Loons are flying on the outside, which is a bit unfortunate, but we can use the Rage now to get everything through out of the walls and get the bonus a bit deeper into the back end buildings, because from now on it's a time issue. We have so many healers and Pekka and, well, still our queen alive, that it will be power wise a triple no matter what. The only issue we have is time. Time is a big issue. We have 3 wall breakers left. We can deploy them as soon as our Pekka and maybe the queen are tanking the Inferno Tower beams. Then we could maybe break them in. So this is what I'm waiting for. My queen sadly decides to go for a wall instead of like walking around and doing whatever she can, but apparently she loves to go against those walls. I didn't want to use the ability sooner. I think I should have, but let's see how this goes. 17 seconds, now the wall breakers are coming in. Sadly, one beam is not tanked, which causes one Warbreaker to die, but this means this is going to be a 95, 97-ish percentage attack, 97. Yeah, this is going to be a finish for 97. The reason why I kept this attack inside is pretty simple, because let's get into my attack log. And if you guys thought, okay, I cut all of those attacks in, no, I did not. The only thing which I cut out was the phase where I rebuilt my army. Those attacks were back to back to back. Like, you can smash pretty much any anti-2 star base with this army, or at least get a really high percentage attack on those bases. So if you guys want to help me to get rid of all of those stupid anti-2 star bases, use this attack strategy to get those base builders or base copy guys, whatever you want to call them, annoyed, so they're switching back to anti-3 star bases, because attacking those is way more fun, at least in my opinion. So yeah, try this attack strategy out. I think what I needed to, like, I think I should have placed the Earthquake different. If I would have placed the Earthquake on top of the Eagle, I think this would have caused my Pekka go for the multi-inferno towers, etc., which would have been way better, like rewatching the attack, but I think this should be fine. Like I said, if you guys like this army, let me know. I hope you guys like this army. I hope you guys get a lot of triple against those stupid ring bases, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, bye bye.